Hi everyone, welcome to the second video in our health and wellness training series with Healthy Trucker. This topic is going to be on eating healthy in restaurants and truck stops. My name is Andrea Morley, nutritionist and health coach at Healthy Trucker. Now, when we talk about eating healthy in restaurants and truck stops, you might be wondering, is it even possible? In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to plan out a healthy meal at a truck stop, how to navigate the convenience sections of truck stops or the restaurant area, the best decisions that you can make, just kind of some strategies for you to make those healthy options, and we'll go over the best options for you to grab to drink. Now, my first tip is to plan ahead. I want you to check out any menus and options that they may have posted online. So some of the bigger truck stops will do this. They post their full menus online. That's a great option for you to go and kind of plan ahead, get your mind wrapped around kind of what you'll be able to have, and you'll be able to see all of their options laid out in one place. Decide on a few healthy options that you see in there, and then that way when you get there, you can pick from those 3 healthy options rather than just being kind of overwhelmed and not knowing what to choose. And another tip to plan ahead is to not arrive to the truck stop absolutely starving. You should always have snacks in your truck just in case of emergency or in case of not being able to stop for a while. So if you show up to that truck stop starving, you're going to run in, you're going to go for the quickest, easiest option that you can find. You're going to be craving lots of unhealthy foods, lots of carbs. So you're going to want to grab like the cheeseburger and french fries and a soda and a milkshake. But I don't want you to do that. I want to make sure that you have a snack when you're in the truck so that when you go into the truck stop, you're not just completely famished and looking for absolutely anything you can get. You'll be able to think a little bit more clearly and make a smarter decision. The next is to work on your mindset. So when you go into a truck stop, they're not designed for health. They aren't meant to have loads and loads of healthy options. We know that the vast majority of the food that they do carry is unhealthy. That's unfortunate, but it's something that we need to work with. So in order for you to make healthy decisions at that truck stop, you need to have the right mindset in order to do so. So people that typically that go into restaurants or fast food restaurants, they don't eat there every single day, so they can afford to make an unhealthy choice there. But for a truck driver, you're eating in restaurants, in fast food places every single day, so it's a lot more important for you to make sure that you are making healthy choices every single day, because it is actually going to affect your health because you're eating there that much more often. That means that you need to choose very wisely. You need to be strong in your thinking. You need to be educated on what the healthy options are. Otherwise, it's going to take a toll on your health. So I want you to, before you head into a restaurant or a truck stop or the convenience section of a truck stop, consider the rest of your day. So have you eaten yet today? If you have eaten, what was it? Was it something healthy? Was it something unhealthy? Also, what do you plan to eat later on? What do you plan to have for dinner if this is only breakfast or lunch? If that's going to be healthy, then that's good. You should also choose something to have healthy now. But if you know that you're going to be having something unhealthy later on, maybe it's out of your control, maybe somebody else is making the meal for you, or there's only one restaurant on your route that you can stop at, and you know they have absolutely no vegetables, no healthy options, only deep fried foods, then you need to make sure that this meal is healthy. So next, when you do go into the truck stop, I want you to check out all of the food that is available. So we talked about doing that with the menu, looking online if you're able to, but then next, go into the truck stop, really survey what they have available. Walk around, take your time. I know time is kind of limited in these situations sometimes, but if you do have an extra couple of minutes, really take that time to survey your options. Don't just default to your usual meal or what's on special. That's a really bad trap for you to fall into, because chances are what you usually eat or what they have on special is not something that's healthy. The healthy choices might be hidden or less obvious. They don't typically have those in display cases looking all pretty. They may be kind of like at the back in a refrigerator or kind of hidden amongst some junk food on the shelves. And If you aren't sure, maybe you're not as educated on healthy options yet, you don't feel comfortable walking around and choosing something, or you have limited time, just ask the people that work there. If you are friendly, they're going to be friendly back to you, or they're going to be more likely to be at least. They're going to want to help you. And because they work there, they know the options better than you do, so they might be able to offer up some healthy suggestions for you, or maybe they've encountered other truck drivers as well that have been looking for healthy options and they've gotten used to people asking that. You never know. Just be friendly, ask lots of questions, and they're going to help you out. So, a lot of truck stops are separated into two portions. They have the restaurant area and they have the convenience area. So when you're going into the restaurant, make sure, again, review the entire menu. Don't just look at the burgers or the pizzas or the deep fried foods. Look at all the options, because chances are there is something that you haven't noticed on there before, or maybe something new. A lot of restaurants are evolving and they are starting to offer healthier options, so make sure you look for those. Once you do choose your option, close the menu or stop looking at the menu immediately after choosing, because then you're going to be more likely to stick with your healthy choice rather than changing your mind and saying, oh, but that pizza looks really good. I didn't see that there before. I don't want you to do that. So just close the menu, stop looking at it. As I said before, avoid the combos, specials, and deals. Those are typically fried foods, unhealthy food, lots of bread, not something I want you to be going for. Always ask for substitutions and suggestions. So I talked about this before, but when it comes to asking for substitutions, when you're ordering off a menu, a lot of the time you can say, you know what, can you do that burger without a bun? Maybe just wrap it in some lettuce, or can you substitute out the fries for some fresh steamed vegetables? People are really accommodating and they are friendly as long as you're friendly back to them. So just ask for a little bit of help in that regard. When you are looking at the specific things to eat, nothing fried, nothing doughy, and nothing creamy is something that I tell clients all the time. Because when you really break it down, most unhealthy foods fall into one of these three categories. So if you see this picture that I have there for you, nothing fried means that those French fries, all right? Chicken wings, chicken fingers. There's so many fried foods that we have in our society that we just think is normal to eat those all the time, but it's not when you're eating those foods every single day. Doughy is the panzerotti that you see, or the calzone, whatever you want to call it. That is any type of food like pizza or donuts, things that are made from a dough base. You want to avoid those because they lack nutrients. They are full of simple carbs that are going to spike your blood sugar, and they're difficult to digest. They're not going to leave you feeling good or healthy afterwards. And then finally, the creamy foods. So those are things like ranch dressings, Caesar dressings. These are typically made from unhealthy, poor quality fats. So I want you to avoid those as much as possible. Sub those in for a vinaigrette. Now, a vinaigrette dressing, say you're having it on your salad instead of a Caesar salad, I want you to get a garden salad. Now, a vinaigrette dressing does have oil in it, but that's okay. That is better than the creamy dressings, and I would rather you go for an oil and vinegar dressing. Ask for extra veggies, less starch. So if you can get 2 servings of veggies and maybe no potato or no French fries, that's always a good option. Save half of your meal for later, because in truck stops, in the restaurants, they offer huge portions because these drivers are coming in starving and they want to get the best bang for their buck. So they offer up massive portions for a good price, but make sure that you don't eat that entire meal just because it's in front of you. Take half for later. And get creative. Try to look at the menu and be friendly, but ask, you know what, maybe I'll, like I said before, have that burger without a bun, or maybe I'll add some vegetables to it and kind of make a taco salad. Do what you can with what's available to you, and you'll get more comfortable with it as you get used to choosing these healthier options. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is the light menus. So a lot of restaurants do offer light menus these days, but are they really the best option for you to be choosing from? Yes and no. So oftentimes, light menus offer low-calorie options, but they aren't necessarily the healthiest or most balanced options. So when something is low-calorie, chances are it's low in fat. fat. But fat isn't necessarily a bad thing. So if something does have healthy fats, it might have nuts or avocados, say on a salad, but then that's going to bring the calories up a lot, but that's not a bad thing. So make sure if you are choosing foods off of a light menu, they aren't just loading something up with lots of carbs like sandwiches with lots of bread, but cutting out all the fat in order to make it a healthy meal. Because if you're cutting out fat, then you're going to be a lot more hungry within the next hour. Your blood sugar is going to spike from all the carbs that you're eating, and then an hour later you're not going to be satisfied. A lot of the time you can see heavily processed foods. So here we have a menu item off of a light menu that has like a cheese quesadilla. So in that quesadilla, we know there's lots of cheese, heavily processed, not something that's easy for you to digest, not something I would typically recommend. So just keep that in mind, that if you are choosing from a light menu, still just make sure you're looking for the right options, not processed. You can have some healthy fats. Don't worry about things like that. Now, moving into the convenience section of a truck stop. I have walked into them plenty of times myself just to check out the options available, or if I'm on the road and I need a snack, I'll go in there. And I have walked out myself with everything in this picture. I bought those things myself. So they have lots of fresh fruit and vegetables. They might have even prepared salads. There's always a large selection of walnuts, almonds, cashews on the shelves in little bags. I do recommend that you go for the ones that are raw and unsalted, but if you only like the dry roasted, that's okay as well. They have plenty of canned tuna and salmon. That's a great option for you to keep in the truck just for a quick snack or adding some quick protein to a meal. Beef jerky is always available, and that's something that's really high in protein. It can be nice and filling, but at the same time, do be wary of that. I don't want you eating it every single day because it is processed and it is very high in sodium. That'll kind of cause some bloating, or if you're salt sensitive, it might cause some issues. But again, it's a good option that's there for you. And they always have plenty of protein and granola bars. Do look at the label and make sure you're going for one that is low in sugar and kind of has minimal ingredients. But there are always like at least 10 different types of protein and granola bars in truck stops. So just take a look, try different ones, see which ones you like, and go from there, because they're available. You guys need to start buying these things. The more that you do buy the healthy options in these truck stops, the more that they're going to offer the healthy options. So that's called voting with your dollars, making your voice heard, letting them know what you want available, and then that's how we transform the healthy options that these truck stops offer in the future. Finally, what are you going to get to drink? This is pretty simple because I'm going to tell you every single time that you need to drink water. It's affordable, it's easy, it's available everywhere. That's what you should be drinking all day long. I really don't recommend that people drink anything other than that. Maybe you want coffee. That's okay. Stick to less than 2 coffees a day. That's my recommendation. Tea is also a great option. Now, milk, a lot of people don't digest milk very well. It causes a lot of inflammation in their bodies. If you do like milk, you don't find it causes you any digestive issues, then sure, you can go for that, but again, keep it limited. But never go for the sodas, juices, and energy drinks. Those really don't offer you anything as far as nutrition. They spike your blood sugar. The energy drinks can cause all types of health issues, so please avoid those at all costs. Now, just in summary, I talked about how there's healthy options everywhere. You just have to know what to look for and to find them. Vote with your dollars, write in comment boxes, let them know what options you would like, because the more truckers that do that, the more that they are going to start offering healthy options. Choose the right options more often than not, because you are eating in these truck stops and restaurants every single day. You need to be looking out for your own health because other people aren't necessarily doing that for you. You need to make sure that you are choosing the healthy options as often as possible. There's plenty of great snacks available in the convenience section of these truck stops. Consider all your options if you're in the restaurant or the convenience area. Ask questions, see if you can make any substitutions, drink plenty of water, and my final tip is after you eat something in a truck stop, Even if you only have 5 minutes before you have to get back in the truck, go for a quick walk around that truck stop. That's going to help improve your digestion before you go and sit for, say, 4 more hours. You need to make sure you get that food moving a little bit and give your body a little bit of an extra boost as far as digestion goes. And then you're also going to give yourself a big boost in energy. So if you eat a big meal and then you just get in the truck and sit all day, you're not going to be alert. You're not going to be focused on the road because your body is having to put so much energy into digestion. So a quick little walk will make a huge difference after you do eat in a truck stop. All right, thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it, and be sure to tune into next week's video. Bye.